We're going to release her. Okay, Jen's seen the other dog and she's backing her. She's honoring her point. The other dog's been standing here while we worked that first bird, and that's what a dog should do. They should stand, wait for you to get there. This is why we have pointing dogs. The older we get, the more we can appreciate them. Basically, in the back of that dog's head, it wants to eat that bird, and that's why we've got that saliva. So go ahead and work this bird. Ooh. Now, even though that bird landed right there, you can see both dogs, there's no chase in them. They don't want to chase. And that's the way it should be. Whoop, whoop. So that's basically it, Denny. That's what we're looking for in two good, well-trained bird dogs in the field. Fine birds, and they're more than willing to hunt together and help each other and honor each other.
This Outdoor Icon Show factoid is brought to you by DRS. Stay tuned, the Outdoor Icon will be right back.
This Outdoor Icon Tip of the Week is brought to you by CW Wholesale Molding and Millwork Outlet, located in Lordstown, Ohio.
Bill, we're going to talk a little bit for the tip, what to do with Ike, 15-month-old dog, how you get him integrated from going from the puppy stage to, as he matures, becoming a bird dog.
Okay, what I would do with Ike is we had him out in the field. He showed a lot of desire to hunt. He probably hasn't had a lot of birds. So what I would do with Ike is get him into a lot of birds. In a controlled situation where you could keep a handle on him, I would preferably use pheasants because he's not going to catch pheasants, so we don't want him to catch birds. And while we're letting him just point and chase birds, we're going to be working on that whoa board, and we're going to get Ike broke, so when you say whoa, he stands and stops, and then from that point we'll start breaking him on birds, so he'll stand and let you walk in and flush birds. But he showed, to me, showed a lot of ability out there in terms of wanting to hunt and looking for birds. And so we're just going to get him into a lot of birds and get him excited.
So get him birdie, get him on the whoa board. And,
a little extra discipline will work.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's always at this stage of the game.
Exactly.
Work on that and move on to the next phase.
And then after you feel that you've got him really solid on that whoa board and you can control him, when he points birds, walk in there with a check cord and tell him whoa, and get in front of him and flush birds. Oh, here comes Buster.
That's your Outdoor Icon Tip of the Week, brought to you by CW Wholesale Molding and Millwork Outlet.
We're going to talk about a great side dish to do along with some of those dishes we're doing with the wild game, with the venison or the geese we're going to cook. We're just going to take some potatoes and a little bit of salt and water. We're going to take some leeks, chop them up, put it in there, boil them until the potatoes and leeks are tender, add a little bit of garlic, and we'll show you how to mash them with a little heavy cream. So right now we're going to put the potatoes on, chop up some leeks. It can be a coarse cut. And they're on to boil. We'll come. The leek is a large green onion, is the best way to describe that. If you do not have leeks, you can use scallions, green onions, or put a wedge of white onions in. And these in Ireland are called champs that we're going to make. Okay, what we're going to add to our whipped potatoes is we have our potatoes boiled, drained off. I'm going to add a little bit of heavy cream. A touch of butter. The deal with whipped potatoes are you can't add anything to it. If you're doing this at home with a machine, you don't add any liquids to it until the mashing is done. On a rustic kind of dish like this, you don't want like a whipped potato, more like a hand mashed. Because once you add the liquids, if you don't like lumps, they're not coming out. So you got to get it to the point where you want it before you add that liquid as far as the lumps go. But like I said, we're looking for more of a rustic look. Now add your cream and butter a little bit at a time. A little pepper. And because your potatoes were salted in the first place, just check to make sure they have enough salt to them. Now when you serve these, if you're doing it with one of the braised meals, just use a little bit of your pan dripping sauce over the top. There you go, champs. For this great recipe and other great recipes, go to the outdoor icon and click on Cooking with Crystals.
This Outdoor Icon Show factoid is brought to you by DRS. Stay tuned, the Outdoor Icon will be right back.
Well, Denny, Bill, I had a great time out here. It's always cool to really, pick something up and learn something, especially when we do a show. And the woe board was by far something I didn't realize trainers really did.
Well, we learned an awful lot of tips for the average homeowner just in training their pooch, right down to the fine, high-polished bird dog that's a champion. There's nothing better than watching a great bird dog at work.
Yep.
Well, it was a pleasure having you guys out, and hopefully we'll do it again someday.
Well, Bill, we appreciate it.
Let's get out there and do some hunting sometime.
There you go.
We'll work on Ike, and hopefully we'll have him up to the level with your dogs and be able to get him out maybe by next fall.
Oh, that's great.
Well, until next week, have a great outdoor experience. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good boy.